You mentioned in the workshop just how great this community is, and I just had no idea how much you really meant how great this community is. And I can see more now why drawing something one way works versus another way. Because you don't always get that in a YouTube tutorial. Oh, I made this. This is so cute. And this is so cute. And I'd show my husband, and he was like, he's like, you need to show your friends.
Hey, Char, thank you so much for joining us today to share your story. It's so good to have you.
Thanks. It's so good to be here.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time and openness, and it's fascinating to see your journey over the past few months. And I want to kind of go through from the beginning to like
Mhm.
your process and what you're dreaming about for yourself for the future. So let's just start at the beginning of like what were you looking for when you said yes to doing this with me with Kawaii Drawing Club?
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's a great question. So, it kind of was like a spur of the moment decision, I guess. I was kind of like stepping back into like what kind of things do I like? What kind of things make me happy? I love drawing on Procreate. It's just so fun. And so when I saw your workshop, I thought, oh, that'd be just so fun just to try it out. And I've been really trying to find a style that I could really um, uh, put myself into. I kind of was like doing a lot of like trend popular styles like the doodly illustrations, and they just never really fit me. And so I thought kawaii would be a really fun style to try. And then I just had so much fun making the hottie that I knew that this would be a really fun place to be.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. So like you saw it and then you were like, yes, that's something I want. I guess like you were seeking what you want, but seeing it made you realize, oh yeah, that can be my adventure, my next adventure.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that that style would really fit my personality. I really like clean styles, clean cut. Like I'm a very clean person. I have another friend who's an artist, and she was seeing some of my past work. She's like, "This is cute, but I think you do better making like Word documents because you're so neat and precise." I was like, "Well, that's good
I'm
feedback."
with you though. Yeah, but like I love the clean style as well. Like you see my background is white and every time I put more stuff into it, I'm like, no, but it's too much. Like eventually I'll put some stuff in there, but I just love this simple, clean,
Mhm.
super designed aesthetic. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
same
I
here.
hear you. That's awesome. So you did the workshop, and then you joined the Kawaii Drawing Club, and you started doing the tutorials. Like I see your posts in the community. You
Mhm,
create your character, Penny, so
mhm.
cute, and she has all the costumes, which is so fun. When was it a point where you like, was it right away that you clicked into it and you were like, okay, yeah, this is what I can do? Or was it a little bit of like confidence building? Was there like a moment when you said, oh, wow, like, I can't believe I did this? Or, that, mm,
Yeah, that wow. So it came on pretty fast. It's like I said, I've been thinking a lot and like considering my personality and what art style would fit best into. So, you know, um, it was yeah, so I would say it was pretty quick. Um, let's see, a big click moment was when I made my own character with just using references and not following a tutorial. Um, though I used some of the guidance from your other tutorials to shape Penny so that she looks more lifelike. Like her body's a little more weighted down on the bottom and stuff like that. So yeah.
perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like that kawaii formula that we keep talking about, right? Like in
Yeah.
every masterclass, we're like, that's the kawaii formula. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Yay. Yeah, so your wow moment was when you created Penny, would you say, or was it a couple drawings later?
Oh, I'm trying to remember specifically. It kind of all it was all together, the drawing and oh, I made this. This is so cute. And this is so cute. And I'd show my husband, and he was like, he's like, you need to show your friends instead of just me. I was like, are you sure? So,
That's
um,
huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then opening up the Instagram and getting a lot of positive feedback from other artists in the Kawaii community that I'm on there was also very nice too. Um, so I don't know if it's necessarily like a specific moment I can really pinpoint down. It was just kind of all of that together was kind of leading me into this is something that could really work for me.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. And community is part of it, you know, like we interact in the club, we also interact outside of the club. I do feel like it's a big supportive family. Like wherever you go, KDC members will cheer for you. Like you open an Etsy shop, they'll go and heart it and you know. So yeah, definitely
Yes.
leverage us for that as well. Yeah, everybody is there wants you to succeed. Um, so you've done Penny, and I see now like you have done a whole series of Penny drawings. I actually went back and I looked at them all, and there's a lot that you have done. So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see now like you're actually taking a step beyond a single character and you've been doing some patterns and some layouts, some cards.
Mhm.
What's next for you? What do you feel like is next for you with this new skill and new confidence?
Oh, that's a great question. So right now I do really want to dig more into patterns. I just really enjoy it because, again, like neat, ordered person that I am, but still really creative. It's kind of like an oxymoron a little bit, I think. But I feel like patterns kind of like work really well into that neat but organization because there's a little bit of like um, putting all the pieces together, seeing how it can all come together, uh, fine fine tuning the details of it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, same, same. Yeah, I love patterns. For sure. So you wanna like you is that an addition to your Penny character, or will you be incorporating her into patterns, or you just kind of in exploration phase right now?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, as of right now, with my shop that I have, um, that what I'm seeing right now is that that will allow me to kind of avoid burnout because I don't want to draw her so much that I start getting burnt out and not want and can't think of like any more stories or fun things to do with her anymore. And so I'm seeing patterns as my way to avoid that as much because I'll be drawing different things. I have a another mushroom pattern that I have in the works right now. Um, and then currently, I have the plan will be to feature Penny a lot on social media and participate. And I want to participate in the draw this in your style, engage more in the community that I am in on Instagram.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. What do you think is making like the biggest difference to your progress from where you were before?
Or to now, I think so. Right at the beginning, I did a lot of experimenting of well, first of all, I researched on Pinterest and I just like grabbed all of the pictures that I could find of kawaii art. And so then I just looked at them all and see if there were any similarities to what I found that I really liked. So to help me develop my style. So like, line versus lineless or like do you put pupils in their eyes? What shape you like their cheeks, stuff like that. And then I played around with line weight a lot at the very beginning. So some of my artwork has thinner lines, thicker lines, just trying to see what. what was most aesthetically pleasing to my eye. Um, and then after I was able to make all those decisions, then it was just a very simple like I have something that works, and then I'm just working on making it better and practice and practice and practice.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Like that's a very solid creative process.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that I'm glad you're at that stage because it's like it becomes fun. Like now it's more about what do I want to draw rather than like that struggle of, the fret of like, oh, but what
Yeah.
style should I use and like all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Your patterns are looking great. And your Etsy shop, like I went and I had a look in there. That's looking great.
Thank
Like in
you.
your ideal world, what do you think would happen?
So I would love to make this into a full-time job. And being able to sell my patterns on print-on-demand products. Um, and then I have a I made my capybara St. Patrick's Day shirt. So
Yeah,
I'd
I saw
sell that
that.
too.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I know. I got yeah, I just love the shirt. It's so fun. I can't wait to wear it for the day.
I
Um,
agree.
so I probably want to go into doing some shirts designs as well. All with a kawaii style to make it, pretty universal. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just I'd love to make it a full-time job. It'd be nice.
We're here to support you. Anything you need, like we're here to make it happen. How, like, have you, I don't know if you've been in other communities about drawing kawaii, probably not, but h- how do you find that the Kawaii Drawing Club is different to like other courses maybe that you've
Mhm,
done or Skillshare or YouTube? Like
mhm.
what about that makes it work for you?
So I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. Maybe I need to start there. I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I only go on rarely, like sometimes. And so it's kind of hard for me because sometimes you go on your Facebook and you want to go in your group, but then you get kind of lost in all of the other Facebook posts from your friends. And anyway, so in the app that we use for the community, it's all there and it's all about the club, and that just makes it really easy to focus in on looking at each other's artwork and looking at all the courses you can go through and save all the ones you want to watch next, which is so convenient.
Oh, good. We actually started out on Facebook, but then there was feedback of like we don't really enjoy Facebook, and so we moved over to Circle. And yeah, I agree with you. It's like that cleanliness and order, right? Like we're just here to draw kawaii and
Yeah, no, it's so nice. And then I come from a music background, so largely I'm self-taught in art. Like I did YouTube tutorials to learn how to use Procreate, and so I've been using it for a while, but um I never had the foundations in art, about like sketching and how to see objects with their basic shapes to help you figure out how to put it all together. And so I've really appreciated having that. And I loved with your workshops, I love hearing your thought process as an artist so I can think more. Um, I can see more now why drawing something one way works versus another way. And because you don't always get that in a YouTube tutorial. They're just like, you draw it like this, and then you do this, and there you go. Now we add this colors. And so having your guidance in teaching those foundations skills was really beneficial to me.
good, good. Yeah, I'm all about the process. And I think it comes from the fact that I learned to draw as an adult as well. So I did have a conscious process, right? Like in learning.
Mhm.
And having learned the foundations early on, like, like classically trained, let's say, uh, I can see how it can all be applied to kawaii, but it's so simple in kawaii forms that it is actually very straightforward to explain, you know? So
Mhm.
yeah, I love sharing that part, and I'm glad that it lands for you and the members as well. So yeah, very cool. Now, if you had a friend come to you and say, "Hey, Shar, I'm considering Kawaii Drawing Club," what would you say to your friend?
I would say you should definitely do it. I've done that. I've loved being in the community. I didn't, you mentioned in the workshop just how great this community is. And I just had no idea how much you really meant how great this community is and how supportive and how nice everyone is. And it's people who come to problems, everyone does a lot of constructive feedback, which is always just so nice because it's hard, especially when you're learning to put yourself out there and be like, I'm struggling with this and I need help, and you've got so many nice people who are there to say that, oh, you're already doing great. You just need like this one little thing, and then you'll be even better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. I love it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, really, truly. And that's great advice for your friend, you know?
Yeah.
Well, excited to share, to see, what you'll keep creating, keep growing, keep sharing. One day we'll be celebrating your first dollar, your first thousand, your first million. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
You
thanks so
keep
much.
at it. Yeah, thanks for coming here to share. Where can people go and see more of your art? And like, where would you like to send people to see more of you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am on Instagram. You can find me at Pretty Pineapple Studios. You'll know you're at the right place when you see a cute pineapple waving hi.
Say hi to Penny.
That's our little
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll check it out, and I'll definitely include the your handle next to the video. So yeah. Well,
great.
it was great speaking to you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.